A vital bridge that links government policy and the people who feed the nation has been strengthened following a conference of extension staff of the Ministry of Agriculture held recently at the Arthur Chung Conference Center at Liliendal, East Coast, Demerara. The meeting with Extension staff and Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa forms part of the ministry's efforts to ensure that staff are on the same page in relation to government's policies and programs for the growth of the agri sector over the next 5 years. During his address to the Extension staff, representing all 10 administrative regions, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa stressed that the government of Guyana continues to advance the modernization and expansion of the agriculture sector. He stressed the importance of extension officers in realizing the vision of the government in the continued transformation of the sector. He charged the staff to recommit to being that strong link between government and farmers.
So your role is very critical, very critical for us to continue the transformation that started in 2020. At the commissioning of the Pisciculture Lab, I said that Guyana moved from the bottom right now up to the top now, that the entire Caribbean, they are looking to us for that leadership, because the leadership that is being exhibited by His Excellency the President, since he has retaken and he took up responsibility for agriculture and food security in CARICOM, we have seen a renewed interest. We have seen countries that were concentrating on other activities, oil and gas, tourism, and other, now they are embracing agriculture. And we should be very proud, because you were involved, or you are involved in the transformation. And you know, many of you here, and or all of you all will know, that our agriculture sector, although now we are an gas producing country, and a large chunk of our revenue are coming from the oil and gas sector, but our agricultural sector remains the backbone of food security and the engine of economic diversification. You know all the wealth that we have in this country, all the development that have taken place over the years. Where the revenue came from agriculture, mostly. To an extent mining. But when you look at what we were producing, rice, sugar, forestry, other crops, those were the main revenue earners for us over the years. I want to charge you that from today, your performance will be defined by impact, how impactful your performance is, integration, how you integrate among the farmers, and innovation, what new things you bring to the village. You can't depend only to work that Dr. Waldron will tell the officer, Jack Ryan, or anyone at the head, give you a direction, and you just work as robotic movements. Only robots work like that. Come up with ideas that you can send to us. From those ideas that you, because you have experience, you are there on a day-to-day basis. And you must bring up these ideas, innovative ideas that you feel can transform the sector. We need people like that. We need extension officers who will use their experience, craft ideas, send the ideas to us. As long as the ideas are feasible, we will adapt those ideas. We need that to happen, but sometimes we only take instructions. And we go down there, carry out the instructions, and they finish, and when we thought that the instruction we satisfy the instruction that were given to us.
The Agriculture Minister stressed that for continued growth in the agriculture sector, there is need for a robust, coordinated and accessible extension and advisory services system, one that reaches all farmers wherever they are. Minister Mustapha described Extension staff as the eyes and ears on the ground for the ministry and should see themselves as not just staff but partners in transforming the agriculture sector.
So one vision and the role of Extension in the transformation. I want to tell you about that. So for continued expansion and growth in the agriculture sector, we need a robust, coordinated, and accessible extension and advisory services system that came out from the consultation that we went out here. We don't want that to happen. And we intend to put that in place now. People have to be accountable. People have to be more responsive. One that reaches all farmers and rural families, wherever they live. So sometimes when you go and you ask, even the president when he went for certain places, they have people are asking extension officers. Extension officers are not so non-responsive. And we will have to be more accountable now. We will put a system in place where each extension officer will be more accountable. We will have to give a report. We will have those reports checked on a regular basis. In a matter of 2 weeks, I commissioned three different projects. One was the vermicompost lab, another was the land-based lab, the other one was the tissue culture lab. Now what are these facilities for? These facilities, we have built these facilities to transform the sector. To transform the sector. So when we come out with certain research and we want those research to reach to the farmers so that they can implement new system, you are the person. You are the person who have to take that to the farmers and learn them how to do it. Because you'll be trained to do it. In our period, I just mentioned hypothetically those three I gave on the back. We can talk about Dr. Waters' area. We intensified AI. We're doing embryo transplant for the first time. We're doing a number of other tests and things there. We're doing agriculture. You are the people who work with the GLDA, have to go out there to talk to the farmers.
According to Minister Mustapha, accountability will be a critical aspect of the Ministry of Agriculture's worksheet going forward, with regular review and planning conferences being held. He noted that the promised transformation of extension capacity is already underway and will greatly enhance the effectiveness of extension staff.
Some of the policies I was talking about too, we said that we will expand and modernize the extension services that we offer. Provide training to farmers, deploy appropriate technologies in areas, monitor the weather, ensure that we test the soil and see the specs, the different specs of the soil, water condition, for a more scientific approach to farming. All these things have to be taken into consideration. We already started some of those. We already started to map out the soil right across our country, right? And it's now online. So if you want to go and plant in Mountain Creek, you can go online on the website, and the Ministry of Agriculture website, and check out on the land. Mountain Creek, you'll know what type of soil, what type of crop you can go there to. You can go to the remote part, the remotest part in Region 1, or Region 9, and you'll find the type of soil. You now map out the entire country. We are now modernizing. When I talk about water conditions, that's a serious problem for us. Many times when you have excessive rainfall, many of the people crops fall out, their livestock die out. Now we are modernizing. Yes, I'm speaking here. We have $12 billion investment in building these high-level canals with infrastructure. In the building, we now have rehabilitation of 63 sluices. We are building new pumps and pump stations around the country so that we will minimize flooding. So, the weather condition, we have upgraded our hydronet services. We have better instruments. We can predict the weather. Only yesterday, we signed with AGRI for them to build a situation room. You know what's a situation room? When at the headquarters of AGRI in Costa Rica, they have a situation room where you can go and predict the weather for the next 5 and 4 months. That alone, one aspect of it. Now we are building that at the Ministry of Agriculture. Yesterday, we signed the contract with AGRI to start the construction of a situation room. Not only in Guyana, but around the region. We can be in Guyana here and advise our colleagues in Barbados what the weather might be in Barbados in the next 4 months. So that's the situation room that we're building. We talk about the modernized infrastructure. So I know that these things might be a little difficult because you've been working in a way, as I said earlier when I began. When I started, when I began just now, I said that you have been working mostly supervising yourself. So some of this implementation, you have to ensure that the transformation requires you as extension officers to be proactive and engage, extending your reach and services into every village, every region, and to every single farmer in our country. And let me be very frank with you. We have a wide reach. Every year, every single year, annually, in this very conference center, we have a 5-day conference with all institutions, so 243 villages, and a number of satellite communities assembled here. And every sector have a period with these extended 2 shows and the senior councils. And we listen to all the problems, what is happening in those communities. And when you think that our community is a remote part of region 9 months, to talk about the crazy issues that affect here. Our Barbika come here, there is an issue that happens in Barbika. And you know we have a president who's very proactive. He visits all the communities in this country. He coastline or hinterland regions. He listens for us what is happening.
Also in attendance at the extension engagement were a minister within the Ministry of Agriculture, the Honorable Vikash Ramkisoon, Permanent Secretary Ms. Dawn Ellis, Director General Mr. Danish Ward Dunarine, and heads of the ministry's various agencies.